Hi, it's Magnus again, and I am over here in the Community Central. It's the Azure Day in the Community Central now, and I was fortunate to find an old friend here in the Central who came to visit us, and he is known in my circles as Mr. Azure Portal. His name is Welicki, and he's here to show us a few things, demos a few things in the Azure Portal today, and I'll be sitting here having Azure popcorn, and you can get some too if you show up here. All right, so hi everyone, how you doing?
Very good, Magnus, how you doing?
Oh, I'm very, very well, as usual. So you have some things to show us in the Azure portal, and I'll just sit here and eat popcorn, and you do your thing.
Sounds awesome, thank you very much. So there are 3 things that I'd like to show you in this video. The first one of the improvements that we made recently is, as you know, we have a global search in the portal, so it's always present. So at any time you can type whatever you want to search for, and we'll get direct access to it. One of the things that we did is that the first thing to mention, I'm going to take a step back, is that as soon as the search gets the focus, we offer the last recently used resources. Yeah. So they are front and center to you, just one click away.
That's cool.
If there's anything that you want to search for, one of the things that we did is we extended the functionality of the search. That's okay. Yeah. And basically we search all your resources, all your resource groups, all the Azure services that are available to you, and also we search in the Azure documentation. So for example, one of the things that we look in telemetry, people were asking a lot, how do I create a VM? So if you put it there, you will get to the virtual machines list, but also to the documents that will explain how to do it.
That is really, really handy, because I don't know how many times I've gone over to the documentation somewhere else to find what I'm looking for, and then go back into the portal. And now it's all here.
Absolutely. The idea is that we're going to be bringing more and more functionality here, such that this can be the place where when you want to find something, you start there.
Cool, very cool.
And one of the cool things also to mention, as you know, we have keyboard shortcuts, and that was part also of the work that we did for accessibility, so you don't need to use the mouse if you want to use these. So if you hit G and slash,
I'm sorry,
that's okay, happens to all of us.
Live video.
That's live, yeah, of course. Yeah. And if you type G slash, this the search box will get the focus, show the reasons right away, so you can use the keyboard, and if you hit enter, you will get the first, as you would expect, like the normal Windows interactions. That's the number 1. Let's go to the number 2 thing that I want to show.
Number 2 thing.
Yeah. So, as you know, we have these browse experiences that let you go through lists of resources. That's one, by the way, I'm not sure if you know, but this is one of the most common entry points for the portal.
To list all my VMs.
Yes, starting from there. And we know that it's a very high traffic area. Not the VMs, but also list all my web apps, list all my resources. And one thing, you know that we have all resources, or you can narrow it down per different resource types. And by the way, this list that you have here is fully customizable. So you can, if there's anything in this list that you don't use, you can remove it. If you want to add anything else, you can do that too.
Yep.
Now, one of the things that we did is first, you might have noticed that over time we are increasing the number of options that you have to scope down that list, right? Yep. You have more filters, you can sort it and whatnot. But recently we introduced the ability to operate on sets of resources. Yep. So let me show you the thing. In this case, I'm going to search for some VMs that I have that I use for testing. You can say because it's test LW. LW is me. And as I'm filtering them down,
now you have all the test W items.
And these 4 have been running for a while, and I'm not really using them right now. Just at the conference. So what I'll do is I'm going to pick those 4 that are running right now, and I'm going to go ahead and stop them.
So now you're effectively stopping 5 VMs at the same time.
Yes.
That's cool.
And one of the nice things to mention, all these lists of resources that you have here span across all your resources and all your regions.
So quick question here.
Yeah.
Did this fire off 4 stop single VM commands, or is it just one action?
Right now we are fighting 4, and there's a cap on how many you can stop, but in the future we are going to be fighting only 1.
Okay, cool.
And one of the interesting things is that, again, one thing that I should have mentioned with the search. Check this out, I forgot to mention that. You see, searching 15 of 34 subscriptions. So every search that you make, either in the search box or in any of these screens, can go across multiple subscriptions and all your locations. So let's say if you want to stop a VM that is in like VMs across 10 subscriptions, you can filter them down, stop them all in a single operation.
That's brilliant.
It's pretty cool.
That's actually very handy. And I know, because I've used the portal when you couldn't do that.
Yes.
And I've wanted to be able to do that.
Now you can.
Now I can.
Which is awesome. Another thing, and also by the way, as you are doing these things, of course, you have, as you might expect, notifications. You can keep track of what's going on in the notification center. So you're always informed of what's going on and what's the status of the operation that you're taking. Another interesting one is that we know that as you have all these VMs, or all your resources, doesn't have to be scoped to VMs, you might want to annotate your resources so you can organize them your way. So another thing that we did is, you see, these 4 VMs, for example, are part of an application that I have, so I can assign tags to all of them at once as well, or remove tags.
So I think a lot of people don't know what tags are. Still, they should know. They really should know because tags are really handy and really useful. But really quickly, what are tags?
With the tags, you can annotate your resources. You can add additional metadata to your resource, so you can organize them your way. And one of the nice things about tags also is that it's not only for resource management. For example, I have an app and I can say, all my middle tier is going to be tagged with this tag or whatever. Also, those tags go all the way to the billing. So when you get your billing information, you can also use that to filter the different resources and see how much you pay per whatever tag you're looking for.
Right.
So let me show you very quickly all of these. Let's say that I'm going to create a tab, app type, Leon test. I cannot type apparently, but now I can.
So you're creating a key and a value.
Exactly.
A key and a value, and you can create with tags any keys and any values.
Exactly. You create a key and a value. You can create any key and any value. And the nice thing is also those key and values that you create, you can also add to that list of resources, to the browse list, so they can act as regular columns.
Of course.
So for example, if I have app type and I have Leon test and Magnus test, we can add a column that says app type to that list, and then we can sort by either Leon
that
test.
was news to me, sir. That's great. That's
pretty cool.
so handy.
So, and you can add more than one, of course. For example, app type, and then like say, what can we put? Just tell me any tag or whatever. Let's come up with one.
A conference.
Conference,
I don't know.
I like that. And you know, by the way, as you are selecting the keys and the names, we give you autocomplete. So basically the idea is that you can use the same key over and over and you don't have typos or whatnot. It's easy to. So conference.
You're at conferences all the time. So you need a key which is conference and the value which is Ignite.
Perfect. And I did it. So we put like those two tags. And now, by just doing this, I'm assigning those two tags to those 4 resources, which previously required, as you know, a lot of clicking and moving
A
around.
lot of clicking, add the tag to every individual resource one by one.
Exactly, precisely. So right now you can do it all in your browse list. And by the way, if you want to add tags, for example, typically when you have an app, it's not that you have only one resource type. You might have as part of your app multiple resource types, like a web app, a SQL, you name it, right? Cosmos DB. So you can go to your all resources list, select a few things of different types. Like in this case, I'm just clicking around. One VNet, or like one VM, one storage, whatever, and I can assign tags across multiple resources all at once in a single operation. So, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Pretty cool.
Very cool.
I had a final thing that I wanted to
Final thing?
This is a question that we get a lot.
Oh, yeah?
We used to have, we have a preview stamp of the portal that anyone can use to test our features before we ship to production.
So it's not the real portal, it's another portal.
It's actually the same portal, it's the same code. Basically, some of the features are a little bit ahead of what we have in production because have not yet been fully validated, or there's opportunity also for getting feedback and influencing those features.
And production needs to be more stable, and you know what you get when you're using the real portal, and here you can elaborate a little bit.
Yeah, no, basically the idea is that in terms of quality, the quality bar for preview is pretty high too. The thing is that often anything that goes to production, we did multiple usability validations, reliability, but mostly usability. And we know that we have the right feature because it underwent a lot of stages of validation. With preview, often that's not the case. It's a feature that we are putting out. We are trying to learn about how much it resonates with customers and whatnot, and therefore that's why it's pretty cool, because when you use preview, not only you get access to these early features, you can give us feedback and help influence those features. So they might not ship in that shape to production based on what you tell us. So we really look forward people using the preview stamp of the portal, but most importantly than that, giving us feedback about it, so we can go learn about it and then make the portal better.
Okay, makes a lot of sense.
And check it out, it's here, preview.portal.azure.com.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, you can browse to preview.portal.azure.com to get that preview portal experience.
Exactly, and again, it's not going to do anything on your subs. It's very safe to use. The thing is that you're going to see some features that are not yet ready for production, and we are trying to get feedback on or learn about them a little bit more. And yeah.
So those are the features you wanted to show for us today.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much. That was awesome. So, again, over here in the Community Central is where things are really happening. You need to get over here ASAP and meet with great people such as Leon here. All right, have a good day.